Hey, it's me, TB, and today I'm going to be filming my February wrap-up, I think. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump on in. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything about these books really, so my reviews are gonna be pretty shit, but fingers crossed. Maybe something will like hit me and I'll start remembering stuff. So yeah. First off, I have a graphic novel, The Dark Knight Returns. It's a Batman graphic novel that I had to read for my comics as literature class, and I gave it like 3 stars. I just didn't give a fuck about the story, and the art style and the first half is like fucking like bad. It's hard to like show you how bad it is because like something you have to like see in person to see how like bad it is. Like it's just like one of the first few pages. It's just like very washed out. I don't really like it. And that chick that chick that looks like she's squinting, yeah, she's supposed to be Asian, so that's also pretty fucking racist. And just yeah, there's nothing like great about this. It was okay. It's apparently one of like the best Batman stories, but I was like, this is one of the best. It's a very low bar to be set, you know? So yeah, nothing really remarkable. I don't really recommend it. And if I didn't need this for like the potential future of the class, I would just get rid of it. But for now, I still have it. Also for a class, I read the Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I gave this 1 star because it was shit. There's nothing great about this. Would have been much better as a short story than a full novel, because this looks really short, but it's supposed to be like 300-ish pages because the text is like that tiny and that close together. So yeah. The entire introduction of like the first 30-ish pages could have been just cut out and nothing would be missed. You could have cut out a few other sentences that like refer to the outside narrator, but nothing really. This is about a chick named Hester Prynne who gets marked as an adulterer in like a Puritan colony, and then shit happens, basically. Now that sounds like it'd be a very like interesting read into like stuff, but it's not. It's actually really boring as shit. And again, like the most important parts could be like just a short story, and nothing of value would be lost. And like it sounds like it's gonna be like the story about Hester, but like at least half of this is like told through the perspective of like men, so it's not really about Hester really. Like part of it is, also like most of it isn't. So there's not a lot I enjoyed about this. Like, yeah, I can really say I enjoyed about this because a lot of it felt very just poorly written, and like the symbolism that people talk about how great it is for like symbolic purposes. It's very heavy-handed, so it's not like great show of it. It's very like obvious, and it just hits you over the head with like what stuff is supposed to mean. So it didn't really like mean anything, I guess. So yeah, it was very shit. I don't recommend it because yeah, it's shit. The books I read for fun. I read Alice Hoffman's The Incantation, or just Incantation. This was a reread for me. I read this in like 6th grade for my world history class. It's like 200-ish pages. It's historical fiction set in Spain during the Spanish Inquisition against Muslims and Jews. Our main character is named Estrella de Madrigal. Yeah. And just happening. People are starting to be like gathered up and like killed in the town square. She doesn't know what to do. And yeah, shit happens. I don't want to spoil it. It's good. I give it 4 stars, I think. I don't think I'm gonna ever want to reread it, I guess. So I might get rid of it. Also really did like the story. The chapters were a little bit too long for me, but they served their purpose. And this does have an open ending, I think. So if you don't like those, you probably won't like this because it's very open to interpretation. But yeah, a lot of stuff happens very, very rapidly. So like you don't really get to experience things. That was like one of the reasons I took it down to like 4 stars. Was just it's very like slowly paced, and then shit happens. It's kind of like a downward like avalanche, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's like just fast. It happens really, really fast. And shit goes from like good to really bad really fast. So it happened a bit too fast for me. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It wasn't like incredibly breathtaking, I guess. I'd probably give this like a 3.5 stars now in like hindsight. But I do think it deserves the 4 stars. I'm just being a little bit picky, you know. I read Shade's Children by Garth Nix. This is also a reread for me. I read this back in like middle school around like 7th or 8th grade. And like it's like 3 stars too, I think. I really like a lot of the storytelling. It was just certain parts that felt very like, again, rushed. So I couldn't feel like I could really enjoy the ride I was on. There's still like a lot of it that just wasn't explained. So this has to do with like a world where kids are like killed once they hit 13. And even then the kids are like gathered up in like these like camps, I guess. And they're kind of like trained to do specific things. Certain kids have these like weird abilities because this is kind of like based in our world, but like one day all the adults vanished and these monsters started like walking the streets, and the kids were all gathered up onto buses and sent to like this weird factory place where they again are like trained until they turn 13, and then they're taken and killed, and then their body parts are like harvested to then sent to like specific purposes. It's really fucking dark for like a middle grade novel. It was really good, and like after every chapter is like a little like a transcript of like a video archive of like a character being like interviewed. Through those interviews or like audio clips, you like learn more about the world, I guess. You know, like that was really nice. So it felt very rushed. The ending doesn't make a lot of sense, like it does, but also it's kind of like it's a very big jump from like the last chapter, like the epilogue of sorts. I just wanted more explanation, I guess. I just didn't get that, and I'm going to unhaul this, but I just don't really see myself rereading it again because it wasn't like incredible, you know. So yeah. Next, I read American Indian Stories by Dracula. No idea how to pronounce that. I looked, couldn't find it. You know, the usual. This is basically a collection of like short stories and poetry written by her. So I will think like 2 sections that are kind of like a autobiography of sorts. I think it covers like, actually it might be 3 sections. I think it covers like her childhood to her school days to her life as like a teacher. And they're all roughly like 20-ish pages. And the rest of this is literally just short stories and poetry. I like it a lot. I liked all of the short stories, I think. There might have been like 1 or 2 I didn't like. And the poetry I was just okay with. I don't really like a great lover of poetry. So this was like really short. I think I read it in like a single day. So there's that. This 4 stars because they did like a lot of it at the same time. There were certain stories I just didn't like. So that's gonna bring it down. Overall, it was really great. And yeah, I clarified that. She lived in the early 20th century, and she was born at the late 19th century. So she like grew up during that time period. And just, yeah, there you go. And finally, I read The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chakshi. I give this like 3.75 stars, I think, like 3.5 stars. This goes to a 4, but certain parts just like drag it down. One of those being that the characters all have like this one trait that like defines them and like their entirety. Just brought up over and over again. I just didn't like that, I guess. Like the plot and like the action-y plot was cool, but the characters themselves were kind of just bleh. I thought about DNFing it early on just because it's like very just bleh. Just pick up. I feel like once it picks up, it becomes very good. But just like the beginning is very just meh. The latter half of it is really good. I will pick up the sequel. Probably not like on release. Probably like after it's decreased in price. But yeah, it was okay. Like I said, not really like blown away by it. The characters are all very just like one note, I guess. So you can like connect with any of them. But yeah, these are all the books I read in the last half of February. I did my mid-month wrap-up earlier on, and if I remember to, I will link that down below. If not, well, I haven't uploaded that much, so you can probably find it very, very easily. So there you go. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, like, share it, all that shit, you know.